Christian. You don't watch them devilment movies.
Well, welcome to part 2 of the church scandal that Tyler the Greatest Me. He loves that title, by the way.
I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't.
That's what you named it.
And I have no idea.
You're the one who named it that.
I know. Well, it's easy when you Google it.
Yeah, but then why you trying to throw it out on me? You need to start living your truth, man.
Yo, hey, I tried to get him, but it was funny. He's like, ain't gonna work. So look, Honk For Jesus. Honk For Jesus, save your soul.
That's the name of it.
That's the name of it.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
So it's actually from a short film that these two black women, they shot this short.
Were they in college or something?
I'm not sure if they was in college. I don't know too much about them. I just know that this is a full length feature.
They must have got paid.
Possibility. The only thing, looking back, now listen, the only thing I was thinking about is, I don't know what the budget is, but I don't know if it stands a chance at the box office just because we're able to watch it at home.
Ain't it at the box office?
Yeah. But you know how, it's like this.
What if they didn't make it for the box office just to get it out there? Now, ever since the pandemic, a lot of services were just streaming movies.
I know, but now they're finna stop.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the movie theaters are going to really last like that.
I know. A part of me feels that way.
You know how Redbox took down Blockbuster and all her movie places?
Redbox. They still around too, but they barely hanging on.
My point exactly. I feel like that's what this is going to do to the movie industry. Just a little bit, man.
Yeah.
You know how rappers used to sell like albums? Just me, my bad. You know how they used to sell, everybody used to sell CDs? Now these streaming services, man.
That's what.
And concerts, live events and stuff like that. Woo.
But that's the thing I was saying with Quartet. Is that why why are you continuing to sell these CDs, or at least ordering 500-600 CDs?
Now, that's foolish if you say 500 or 600 CDs.
Now when you only probably I'm gonna give you a courtesy number, a couple hundred.
Man, I don't even know if I still got a CD player.
Come on, man, ain't too many people.
I don't know if I have one.
See, the other thing is this: if you say, well, the Spotify royalty is too low, right? Okay, I can understand you not putting your stuff on Spotify, which I understand both sides. But you can always sell your stuff direct. You can put it on Squarespace, go to any of these websites, man.
Maybe they don't know about it.
They do, man. They just, at the end of, man, I hate to say that. At the end of the day, man, they ain't really concerned about really changing. They're more concerned about people recognizing who they are. And that's what makes me, why.
I wonder how many CDs they sell at an event.
If they do, it's probably no more than about 4 or 5.
We even talking about the top dogs here?
In the genre, yeah. Why would, man, I don't think the Canton sold a CD in about 5-6 years, man.
Do they still have a table, though?
I think they might still have a table. No, last time I remember, they was sitting at it. Man, every time I see them, I don't see them at no record table. Then I'm thinking about it.
So they just do the meet and greet.
Come on, man.
We're off the subject, though.
If that. So,
my bad.
So this movie, and we tying all this in. So this movie is about a pastor and his wife who has this church. It has 25,000 members. A scandal happens, and basically,
what was the scandal?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Well, he has a thing for men. Right. So.
Was that short film based on that as well?
I didn't watch the whole short film. I watched really.
It's a short. You couldn't watch the whole?
No, I only watched about 3 minutes of it.
How short was it?
I think maybe like 15 minutes, I think.
3 minutes was good enough for you.
Yeah, the only reason of that, because I was like, man, the movie finna come out.
Oh.
And by then I figured out, like I literally just found out about the short this week.
Got you, but he has a thing for men.
Has a thing for men.
And a scandal comes out.
A scandal comes out, breaks up the church. So there's a time lapse where they haven't been at the church for over a year.
Who was there then?
Nobody.
Oh.
Nobody. I mean, when I'm talking about this is one of them.
Must have been paid off, though. Must have been a paid off church.
Man.
They must have paid for the church already.
They standing.
If they gonna make it realistic, make it realistic. Keep going.
And then they got this big old house with a pool in the back and all this kind of stuff.
Money coming in?
I assume so.
Or am I digging too deep?
You might be.
Okay.
A little bit.
I just like movies.
So there's a scene. So they don't really tell you what the scandal is. So it does a pretty good job
of hiding the scandal.
Right? I'm talking about from
us, the audience.
Yeah. So Regina Hall is like, it's hard being a first lady, and this
probably what Megan Good said too. Continue though.
And this is not it's hard, and this ain't for the faint of heart. I'm just paraphrasing. So time goes on, they come up with an idea to have service on Easter. Now, we all know a lot happens within a year. So they come up with this idea, they shoot this documentary, which is why it's shot the style of the shot. And they're doing these series of interviews, and there's word of a payoff. So all this stuff is kind of coming up. They're going through all this kind of stuff. But this is the part that really gave it away. There's a scene where, not to get graphic, but there's a scene where Regina Hall and the guy is in the bed together. And he wants, I guess she get aroused, right? But the bottom line is her butt is, let's say her butt is facing the wall, and his front is facing her butt, right? He's like on top actually of her butt. And she said, I thought we could do it the regular way tonight. So they tried to, right? So he's on top of her, whatever the case may be. He can't, his man meat is not letting them be
Jeez,
great.
Man.
I gotta explain this part. Not letting them be great. And I hate to do it like this. So what happens, this is the part that really gives it away. She said, can you do that thing you do? And then, he couldn't, so then he tries to pleasure himself. That's not working. He said, please, baby, could you help me out? And then he lays down, and I think she starts to toss a salad. But it's implied. When you see that part, and then maybe like 5, 6, 7 scenes later, you hear about the scandal of him messing with some of the boys in the church. So that's pretty much the scandal. That is, so when I saw it, and I ain't on front, like I was kind of like, man, this is like more of the same. It's like Greenleaf. It's like, it's I don't know, it's a little different, man. But it's a good movie. But it's just like, man, this is actually real life.
You know what's weird? Not weird, my bad.
In some instances.
No, forget that weird. I recant that statement.
Yeah. You can't recant on YouTube.
I can recant
Keep going.
the statement,
Keep
though.
going. Keep going.
I only imagine the minds that made this movie.
Yeah.
What if they're the same minds that...
Oh, here go another part.
Mm-hmm. Go right ahead.
Yo. So they outside, right, and they doing this sign, Honk For Jesus. They get a few honks. And then, man, he has her. He said, I got another great idea. She a first lady now.
Mm-hmm. First lady.
He has her doing miming with the makeup on. Mm-hmm. And there's a scene he was like, miming is entertainment. Like, she's really displeased that her husband would have her doing mime dance outside to get people to come back to this church. So that was probably like one of the defining moments.
Why won't he miming?
Right.
Why don't they mime together?
He too busy out there trying to
what? Trying to what?
Prada suits and fool everybody. But go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
Why they okay? Stuff happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Why they always trying to paint that picture for the church though, man? What is the motive though? What is the motive?
Well, they gonna always say they tell a good story.
That's all it is to tell a good story?
That's all they're gonna say.
That's what's up. Wouldn't it be funny if the LBGTQ was behind the motive, though, man? Like,
More propaganda.
wouldn't it be weird
funny.
for something that you stand for or won't, but you still want to paint a picture of someone doing it, but in a closet?
Yeah.
What's the purpose?
Yeah.
Because you're trying to say everyone does it? Tell your truth?
Yeah.
I bet you, I might be wrong. I'll just say maybe assuming that maybe less than, it's got to be less than 50% of that community attends church openly, being that way. And there's some sanctuaries that embrace the men. I bet you, man, less than 50% of them even care. Whatever, man. Sometimes I feel like they always trying to paint this bad picture.
Oh, the church.
Yeah, that everyone's doing this.
Well, it's easy.
Everyone's in it. I'm
It's
sure
easy.
it is. And
It's
everyone eats it up. They
And-
enjoy it.
It's easy.
Then they start looking at their own pastors.
Right.
And then some of them want to get paid. So they start putting their sons underneath them. I want you to be just like this great man of God. We'll call it R. Kelly in them. You know, when the parents say, "Man, I want you to make my child a star."
Yo, you trying to make
knowing
the
that
same.
they ain't gonna be a star.
No,
but
man.
you know, guys, you know what his weaknesses is. Let me just throw it right at him.
Because they know if you the only thing when you say that, the only thing I'm thinking of this right here. Remember, it was an actor back in the day. This is like maybe before blackface, after blackface, but he was like one of the first black actors on TV, and he was known for doing this.
You talking about Mr. Bojangles?
I think before that.
Oh, okay.
But he was known for, and people basically was calling him a coon.
All right.
Now, I always felt, as I got older, I always felt that there was a part of me that felt like he was doing what he had to do to survive.
I'm sure he was.
So I don't,
Or to live that good life.
yeah,
If he was living
if he was.
that good
So
life.
I think sometimes, and it's like even when I watched this documentary about like, I think it was Kevin Hart got this documentary in it, and you know it was about like some comedians was about social justice, and basically you know since this Bill Cosby, it was just a safe guy. So, and I think some of that got to do with the scandal too, but they obviously they're not gonna say that. So I'm always thinking like, you want an opportunity to do something, right? And this seems to be like the only movie that can get made. And it's almost like they don't, and I'm just looking at it, a part of me was like, man, I like to see black people shooting their shot and getting their shot. But the thing about it is,
they already got their shot.
well, this is their shot.
Who shot?
The-
Because they both famous.
No, Regina Hall is famous.
He is too.
He's famous.
Yeah.
But the people that wrote it are not famous.
Oh, okay.
So-
you know who wrote it, man?
Yeah,
Oh, you talking about them too?
Yeah,
But you don't even know if they getting paid off this movie.
know
You
that-
just said you didn't know.
I don't know
like,
how
maybe.
much they get.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
maybe $500. Go on though, man. My bad.
You acting like that's a quartet tour. Hey, so I was
Woo.
saying that like a part of me feel like, man, I enjoyed a movie, but a part of me was like, man, we just keep making the same kind of movie.
Pretty much, right? Like beating a dead horse.
We shouldn't say the same kind of movie because it's really more. We make the same kind of TV shows
Every
that are
time,
now turned into
every
the same
time they
kind of-
do a church, anything involving that, it's always a scandal in it.
It is. Because
Greenleaf had how many
nobody-
seasons? How many seasons of scandals and everything else? Wasn't that enough?
Because they don't want to see. No one wants to see a Christian family doing good.
Nah, they don't.
Just going to, it's boring, right? Just going to church. And,
Yeah, because they get mad at Joel Osteen for preaching the same sermons that he preached. Man, trying to make people feel good.
Yeah, that's all.
He didn't say listen to secular music, you're going to, I mean, you're not a Christian.
Yeah. So, I feel you, bro.
Huh?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I really feel you.
Because then every time you turn around, there's another scandal somewhere.
Yeah, it's like you give them an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah.
So you like, this right here, you saying like the two people that wrote it or whatever,
Yeah.
they deserve a shot at Hollywood. They deserve a shot at a good life, and they probably, you know, they real creative and stuff. But then it's like, this is what they're allowed to make.
True.
And if you're not careful, you'll be making the same thing over and over again, different versions. Not even,
you ain't gotta be careful. If you want to be successful, make the same thing over again, different version.
Yeah.
There's a formula to the situation. There's a math to it, man. Yeah. There's a science. They know what it takes to get people's attention and to make money. They know what people like. People like drama.
Yeah.
They can deny it all they want to. People like drama.
That's true.
They love it, man. They eat it up.
Man.
That's why we got reality TV now that's taking over, because people love drama.
I said, man, this dude really can act, man. I had the dude from This Is Us. I said, man, I had no idea he could act like this.
He didn't do a good job on This Is Us?
Well, I just thought that there was, I'm talking about.
You didn't watch This Is Us, did you?
I watched a couple episodes.
Yeah, so you didn't watch it. I understand.
This right here is comedy, though.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, man, this dude, like, can really act.
Yeah, is that what you said? Yeah. Or you was like, man, he might really be into this.
Into what?
I ain't seen the movie, so I gotta see the movie to see what he acting to.
Yeah, I want you to look at it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But look, what's the bishop's name?
T.D. Jakes?
No, it's the Whitehead, the one that was robbed.
Whitehead? I don't remember his name, man. What's his name? Whitehead, man.
I think it was Whitehead.
It's the black dude, man.
Yeah.
With all the jury.
Yeah. So listen.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah.
5,000.
So look.
Huh?
So I did find an initial report where they said it was like 400-some thousand.
Got you.
And it shot up to $1 million in jury and stuff. So, or at least unless somebody people do make mistakes.
Yeah. What's the scandal with this one though?
So the thing about it is, so obviously you know that some guys broke in to the church while he was streaming.
We all seen on video.
And they had him held at gunpoint, whatever, robbed everybody.
They really held
I ain't gonna say it.
He voluntarily laid on the ground. I don't think nobody told him to lay on the ground.
He did what was smart.
Well, I don't know. Because the other brother in that video still had his Bible in his lap, and he was...
One dude didn't even move.
That's the one with the Bible in his lap.
I said,
he like, watch what was going on. Might want to look at him. Go on, though.
But, so, obviously, reasonably so, he would be upset. So Larry Reid, he decides that him and his prophetess, were talking about the situation. And basically, they was...
Him and who?
Him and this...
Oh, prophetess. That's what you said. My bad,
prophetess.
Man. I was faded for a second.
So appeared to me they was making light of the situation.
That's your opinion, right?
That is my opinion.
Okay.
And they was kind of laughing about the situation.
They was kind of, or was they laughing? In your opinion?
In my opinion.
Kind of. What does kind of laughing?
Kind of means like...
Snickering?
Kind of means I don't think they was laughing at the actual event, meaning them getting robbed.
They was laughing at...
Maybe the reaction.
What reaction?
I mean, that like...
His reaction of getting robbed?
Whatever.
The reaction of people that was in the church?
Whatever. That's what I'm going with.
Telling me whatever when you're the one saying it.
I'm saying it because...
You said they weren't laughing at the robbery. They was laughing at
the
actions
I don't
of the
think...
robbery.
Well, maybe I'm assuming that they not as cruel as I think.
Go on.
I could be.
They probably are, though. Go on.
So he comes on the live, right? And he's like, he is straight New York fitted cap, corner boy, bodega.
So you were judging him by what he looked like?
No.
You even said corner boy. You call
corner
him
boy.
Man, what are we? You're basing when you calling him a corner boy. What is this based off of again?
Tough man.
So a corner boy is a tough man.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you just say tough man? Why you call him a corner boy?
Because it's different. Because he himself said, "I'm from the street. I'm really with this."
But he didn't say I'm a corner boy. I'm really with this.
He didn't say he was a corner boy. He didn't say it was a corner boy.
Continue though. Didn't mean to interrupt.
And I do like how you holding me accountable.
I just want clarity.
All right. So anyway, he comes on the live, right? And he's going out. I respect you, Larry, and this and the third. And he going out, man. He like, man, y'all think this is funny? This is my family. And then, the prophetess, she said something.
Yeah, because he even mentioned that his family was held at gunpoint too, his wife.
Yeah.
And his daughters or daughter.
Yeah, so he's like, he's really upset about it. And I'm going to be honest, in my opinion, rightfully so. But then he calls the man the F word. So,
friend? He called him friend?
No.
Father?
It's a gay slur that starts with an F.
Keep going.
Rhymes with maggot.
Oh, got you.
There you go. so is that going on back and forth?
How did Larry Reid respond to this? Or was he calling the prophetess that? I don't know.
No, he was calling Larry Reid that because he said something about Larry Reid recently came out or something, and then Larry Reid said, I told y'all, after he called him the F word that rhymed with maggot.
So Larry Reid has came out the closet.
That's what the bishop was saying.
Oh, that he came out the closet.
I ain't never seen none.
And revealed his truth. Go on though. I'm just following. Just want clarity. So he called him a name instead of calling him queer, which that's what they like to be called these days. He called him that. Go right ahead.
So he then Larry Reid was like, I told you. He was basically saying that he was nasty, a nasty person.
By calling him that name, he's a nasty person.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, I told you.
He's a nasty person.
And then he called the lady Biggie.
He called her what?
Biggie.
Oh, Biggie, because she was big. She was a big woman.
Yes, sir.
Got you.
But the way he said it, it sounded so.
How did she take it, being called big?
You know, she kind of laughed it off, and she was like.
So she wasn't offended.
She kind of laughed it off. I don't think
she didn't say I'm not big either.
No, she didn't.
So she admitted to being big, kind of, sort of, laughed it off like.
But you know it's an insult. Are you
trying to say it's not Biggie? Like Biggie Smalls, the rapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biggie. He just kept saying. He kept saying it like he had just killed the room.
Gotcha.
Like he had a comedy
Did he kill the room though?
He didn't kill the room.
Okay.
But his anger did. His anger killed the room. So I guess looking at this situation,
this is a scandal again.
This does fall in the scandal.
Okay.
Because he used language that.
Did he use profanity?
That's not a slur to you.
Which one?
Maggot that rhyme.
Is the N-word a slur to you? Is that profanity? Because to me, both of them fall in the same lines, man.
For real.
They do.
So you've been telling me.
Yep. Go right ahead. Say it.
This whole time.
Come on.
I don't think it's a slur.
I feel it's the same way. I feel both of them words.
The N-word is the same.
Yeah, they fall in the same category.
Wow.
You didn't know this, man.
I guess because I don't walk. Well, first.
Go right ahead. You don't walk what? Finish it off.
The only time I really use it is when I'm on this podcast being funny.
Okay.
But I never.
A lot of other people use the F word to be funny too.
Yeah. I never considered it in the same.
It's the same. Why isn't it the same?
I ain't gonna give you no excuse talking about it's a term of endearment.
Why isn't it the same?
I just don't use it.
So you think the F word is profanity? Yes, just say yes.
Now that you kind of bring like that, yeah. It's
but the N word is not profanity.
Not in my opinion.
Because why isn't the N word profanity? Just asking. Whatever.
I don't know. It just don't. It don't
resonate because that's weird.
Yeah.
That is weird to me, man.
It ain't weird.
So if you was an F word, then you probably say it's profanity. How dare you call me this F word?
Yeah.
Or you might accept it. Since you accept the N word.
You think I'm gonna fight you because you call me the F word? I ain't gonna fight you.
If you're an F word, yes.
Oh, if you're an F word.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway.
That's why black people fight other races for calling the N word.
Right.
It's the same. There's no difference.
So do you use the N word?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Occasionally. I sure do, man.
Okay.
Ask me the other one. Ask me the other one.
Do you use
Yeah, I've said it. Yeah, I said it.
How recent?
I think it was mentioned in church, and I repeated it after it was mentioned in church. I enjoyed it.
I think that. So what I'm finna say is gonna be so funny. I think the elders need to investigate.
Hey, listen, man. You think Larry Reid and the prophetess who name you don't know you think they
Did you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
I know you saw it.
Do you think they provoked
I know
him?
you saw it.
You think they provoked him?
I actually feel like they kind of do.
What was their purpose of talking about it? Was it to help? Was it to help
You
with
know, it was to
investigation?
entertain us.
There you go, man. At his expense, right?
At his expense.
Knowing that there was guns pointed at him.
Yes.
And at his church members.
Yes.
Even though they took his jury, it doesn't even matter why he had that amount of jury on. If he can,
and it don't matter what neighborhood the church was in either.
No.
Okay.
Because that's where you're supposed to go, to hedges and highways, man. But the point is, why does it matter how much jury he had?
Right.
That's his business. If he wanted to buy it, he wanted to buy it.
Right.
None of yours. You didn't pay for it. If you did, then ask him for your money
Shout
back.
out to buying a Maserati but needing a roof. Shout out to, according to this guy, shout out to.
But his family was held at gunpoint.
Which is not a joke.
Which is not a joke. But, you know, you can sometimes see the bright side of a situation.
Got it. Little dark humor. Got it.
Intelligence for him to be smart, he should have never came in. He should never even responded. You know what he should have did? Not said nothing. Why was he watching it for anyway?
Because he feels like.
No, why was he? Did someone tag him or someone call him and say, hey, Larry Reid?
Somebody probably did.
Larry Reid is talking about you.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny if Larry Reid hit him with his separate phone? Yo, man, come on live.
That would be funny.
Will be. Hey.
But, man, come on, man. You got to move smart.
I'm going to do like
if you know what he's about, man, you got to move smart. These people ain't moving smart no more, man. These people are falling for the okie doke.
They're exempt because they're leaders in the church.
He ain't exempt. He made himself look bad.
He did, though.
Even coming up
He
there.
did, though.
Let them make their jokes and do what they do and move on, man.
Hey.
Your family, listen, Larry Reid made a statement that your family is alive and well.
Yeah.
He should have been grateful for that. Listen, when you came up there, he should have known that nothing good was going to come out of that.
No.
Nobody out of the three parties.
So we definitely agree.
One,
We definitely agree that Larry Reid was laughing at him.
Yes, he admitted that he was laughing. He said he wasn't laughing at the robbery, though.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't. It was the part was serious. You know, he didn't think it was funny about the blah blah blah. But anyway, man, when he came up there,
and the prophetess too, by the way.
There's three parties.
Who used to follow them?
The prophetess should have known better herself. If she's a prophetess, God didn't reveal to her that this wasn't gonna end well. She couldn't see that.
Would you be mad? She like, see Larry. Before he came on, see Larry.
Well, I noticed when they was going on this bantering. Oh, okay. Forget that. After this man leaves, another guy comes on.
Yeah, I seen that. And he's supposed to be her friend.
I noticed that when he started talking, she didn't say nothing. She actually got pretty quiet when this other guy came on, who was using a lot of profanity himself. But obviously, he doesn't hold a seat in the church.
Okay.
Or I should say he doesn't have a title of some sort. And then all of a sudden, she's off, man. Did you see it? She was gone from that live. Like, I don't remember a goodbye, nothing. She was just,
I'm out of that.
out. Yeah.
I'm out of
that.
She
chose which battle to be in because her job was done.
Yeah, she was there to promote what she got going on.
As Christians, man, this is great. As Christians, right? Or as people of God.
Come on, man.
Why do they share so much outside information with the world? That's like church affairs, though. Why do they do that? And then as a Christian,
they call it being transparent, but keep going.
No, it's not, man. As a Christian, if it's me, you, two Christian brothers, and there's another brother that's not, why am I going to discuss something that you did wrong in front of this brother right here? Yeah. Instead of doing it in front of our Christian peers, perhaps.
Yeah.
Why am I calling out in front of him? And then I always wonder people's motives when they call out another Christian.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand to rebuke them openly, but what is the motive? Are you doing this because of God, or are you doing this because of your own motives, or are you doing this, as they say in church, in self?
Can there be a third option?
What's the third one? Give it to me.
It might be a little bit of self, but I'm not going to. What about the part where the world can say and do whatever they want to say, no one says anything?
Yeah.
And they can talk about how pastors are fake and God had, God is not, or Jesus is not real, or God is a universal God. You can do all this kind of stuff. Maybe some people tired of that, man, and they speaking up against that. I'm only. Hey, man, I'm not saying this.
Who's actually in this example? Who's actually speaking against it?
Just other Christians, or either.
That's the third option for what happened in his situation.
Well,
that is no third option for that one.
You was giving such good points. I figured
that's not one of them third options.
Yo,
that's not a third option, man.
Yo, this man done got sharp since the last.
No, that's not a third option.
He normally walk in the door like, yeah.
Larry Reid is a
pastor,
a former pastor.
No,
he's still a pastor.
He's actually a pastor.
He still.
Yes, because I could have sworn he said that I thought he said it in that video.
Here we go, man. This is gonna lead to another situation.
Unless I'm wrong.
got a tight end. What's that man's name? Chandler. What's his name?
Oh, Matt Chandler.
Matt Chandler. He had a speech, right? In his speech, he said...
Of the Village Church.
Yes, he said that when you're in that position, you are...
Held to a high standard.
To a higher standard.
It says it in the Bible, too.
If you are a pastor, man...
Yeah.
You said...
Blameless, not perfect. Blameless. Keep going.
You said Larry Reid is a pastor.
Yes.
So he's held to...
A high standard. So technically, he shouldn't be doing a Larry Reid show. Keep going.
That's my whole point now, to tie it in. This situation should have never happened. If you're held to a higher standard...
Yeah. Yo, why when I say standard, you give me like 5, 6 questions when I say the same exact thing? Earlier.
No, because your example was the standard that she was, and I said she revealed her standard. She said she's not a Christian. She told y'all that.
Yeah.
she preached the message to y'all. She showed you the life she lived.
Hey, can I mention how good it was just to have you just like...
Oh, appreciate it.
Hey,
You're funny, man. So in even this prophetess, right?
Yes, sir.
They both have a standard.
Yeah.
Why they on live joking about another pastor? Instead of just coming to him, talking to him about the situation, we know why, for entertainment. This is what has it all become.
But
there's no but. It's all entertainment.
Well, I need this but, though.
Go on. I'm going to let you have some but. Go right ahead.
Pause. I don't know where we're going with this. Mm-hmm. This kind of conversation. This is wrong kind of jokes for that. Okay, what about the part?
Why is that? Because he called him the F word? Go on, man.
What? That was good. What about the part where Christians are trying to be, what is it, transparent?
As far as what? You got to use a better example than just saying transparent.
All you get is...
In what way are they being transparent?
Because there's this thing where, again, whether it makes sense or not, we agree or not, that the world is like, these Christians, they try to act like they too good.
Go on.
Or they try to act like they untouchable.
Keep going.
Or they so certain that who they believe in is the true and living God.
Keep going.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Keep going.
So I think in a lot of ways, for people to be down, they have to present a certain level of transparency that borderlines almost ignorance. Does that make sense?
No, not that transparency that borderlines ignorance. No, I didn't catch
because
that.
They know, because at the end of the day, they're like, well, it's almost like they present being a Christian like a prison.
Okay.
Can't do nothing, can't go nowhere, this and the third. All right, whatever you... But then, like, they identify as Christian. That's what they say. Mm-hmm. So the reason why they can get away with it, but there's still, I think, a logic underneath that where they like, well, I'm being transparent.
That's funny.
That's why I'm just joking about something that might not be funny or edgy.
That ain't being transparent.
I'm just saying.
Two things, though, man.
It might not be with transparent.
It makes me angry when people
I like it.
always talk about how Christians act like they're too good or so good. Number one,
what about when other Christians say it to other Christians?
That's weird to me, too. As a Christian, you're supposed to strive for that, right? You want to live...
Wait a minute, strive for what?
For perfection. Even if you don't reach it, you're trying to live a pretty wholesome life, man. Everyone makes mistakes.
I wish I worked with you so I could be like...
Everyone.
Ask them about perfection.
Why not?
Yep.
Everyone make mistakes. But it's weird how they always throw in a Christian face the mistakes they made.
Ooh, that makes me mad when they say
Everyone makes mistakes, though.
Yeah.
Why are you throwing it in my face for? You make mistakes yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I understand they always so hard on them. But you supposed to be a Christian. Yes, I do. I made a mistake. God forgives me if you can't get over it. End of story, man.
I like that energy.
You don't need to waste energy trying to explain to somebody that you made a mistake and you ask for forgiveness. That's different when you made a mistake. You don't own up to it now.
Yeah.
That's the only problem I have. When you're a Christian, you made a mistake. Maybe they didn't do, the best job of presenting it to you, but they call you out on it, and you act like you didn't. Nah, you're wrong.
Okay.
Number two, man, I always wonder why other Christians like to set up other Christians. It's weird to me when you're a Christian and you want to set another Christian up, though.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't doing it to help them. Man, it's like in your face.
Well, it's all about who's the smartest in the room, though.
No.
It's always been about that.
You're a Christian. Those rules don't apply no more, man. You supposed to be help us one to another.
Hey,
and
man.
We up here acting like watch this. We on the streets. Who's the smartest one?
Yo, I got one for you. What doctrine is that?
It's weird.
Good night.
when you can't even trust your own brother or sister.
It
Because
is,
they're
though.
going to set you, or even when your brother and sister approach you about something, and you know it ain't an easy, oh, man, forgive me. But you know they have a motive behind it, and you got to out your own self. Because you know they going against you, man.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It is horrible.
It's horrible when you can't even answer the phone when your Christian brother's calling you because you know it might be a setup. Hey, one of the worst things I don't like is when you get a call. Call me, it's an emergency. Call me, it's real important. Man, it be some foolishness when you call back, man. Some foolishness.
Yeah. So stop your world and call me because somebody left a light on.
Or the preacher preaches a sermon
Yeah.
about, man, y'all don't need to be talking about your brothers and sisters. And you turn around and you having a conversation with that preacher about your brothers and sisters. You're like, wait a minute, man, this can't be right. And then, man, you know what? It's horrible. When you call someone out on something that they said, they get mad and try to turn it on you. You ain't perfect. Yeah, I ain't. But I ain't the one who just said this and turned around and just did it.
According to your knowledge and what you know, right? If you're...
Well, you deep in thought. Anyway.
I am, though. And this... If you're one of the... Okay. I'm glad you said that. The Matt Chandler situation, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to say it as quick as I can because I got a question. So basically, Matt Chandler is the senior pastor of Village Church. He made an apology to the church, and he's stepping down leave of absence. So basically what happened was about 3 months ago, a female approached him about him back and forth DMing one of her friends, right? Mm-hmm. Now, he said in his announcement, apology, that it was nothing sexual or nothing inappropriate. Mm-hmm. But hold that part. So what he says is when she approached him, he went immediately. I think he said he went immediately to the elders. Yeah,
not when the woman who he been DMing approached him, but when the woman who was a friend of the woman he was DMing.
Yeah, the friend of the approached him. So
keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is
this your question?
Man, I done forgot my thought. But
it's horrible.
I know, man. Oh no, I haven't. So basically what happened is he tells the elders, and there's basically an investigation that goes on, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. It's proof. Well, from what they say, it's nothing inappropriate. It's just unwise or unguarded. Mm-hmm. His wife knew about it. The wife's husband knew about it. I don't think I mentioned that part.
You mean the woman he was DMing husband knew about it?
Knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
And, he said he felt stupid because he put a lot of pressure on his staff and his children, wife, this and the third. So
he said he embarrassed him as well.
He embarrassed him as well. Again, he's saying it's not nothing sexual appropriate. So obviously some people are like, where's the sin at? And then some people are like, it's good to step down. So there's a lot of thoughts everywhere. Now, my question to you, if you were in a similar situation and you was the first elder that he told, do you tell the other, are you the one that tells the other elders what he's told you and y'all make a decision, or is this kind of like one of them senior elders?
Well, obviously there's a board they have.
Right, it's a board.
And there has to be a board of elders, obviously. If he told me this, then no, I'm not telling the other ones. He's going to bring that same story to the rest of the elders. Nah, it ain't all going to be on me. Yeah. Whether I was senior or not, I want him to tell them the exact same thing he told me.
Got you.
Problem with this is I see setup. Set up. I see a setup.